The Volvo S90 is a one-of-a-kind luxury automobile that stands out from the remainder of the competition due to the fact that its price tag is far higher than the standard for the industry as a whole. In addition, the Volvo S90 is distinguished from other luxury automobiles by a few distinctive qualities that set it apart from the competition. On the other hand, it is a premium automobile that stands out from the rest of the competition due to the exceptional performance that it possesses. In addition to being the name of the product itself, the Volvo S90 is also one of the names that is used to refer to this product the most frequently. This is because the Volvo S90 is a highly popular brand. This can be attributed to the fact that the Volvo S90 is a very well-known brand. It is possible to relate this to the fact that the Volvo S90 is a brand that is extremely well-known. Overall, however, the amount of space that is available in the back seats is the same as what is available in full-size variants, despite the fact that its pricing is more equal to that of competitors in the mid-size class. Despite the fact that its prices are more comparable, this is still the case. This holds true in spite of the fact that the price is much lower than what was previously stated. It would appear that this is the case in spite of the fact that its prices are slightly lower than those of the other options that are offered simultaneously. Despite the fact that these prices are now more comparable to one another than they were in the past, there is no change in the fact that this is the reality that is taking place. This is the case in the first place, and this is the most important aspect. This is the quality that distinguishes the automobile from others that are currently accessible on the market. This is the one that sets it apart from the other items that are currently available on the market. The fact that the S90 has a relatively low level of refinement is another reason that contributes to the sense that it is somewhat off-kilter as a result of its basic design. This impression is caused by the fact that the S90 has a high level of simplicity. The fact that the S90 possesses this feature is one of the aspects of the vehicle that contributes to the sense that it is a certain way among the qualities of the automobile that contribute to the formation of the feeling that something is not quite right. This particular component is one of the characteristics that falls into that category. The presence of this particular component is responsible for the formation of this impression. It is also provided with powertrains that are 4 cylinders, which means that it is not as refined on the road as other premium 4-door vehicles. In addition, it has 4 doors. An additional point of interest is presented here. The two of these components, as well as the whole experience that is being addressed, are connected to one another in some way. Listed below are some more particulars that need to be taken into consideration because they are important. Among the many possible explanations for this occurrence, one of them is that it is related to the fact that the platform in question has been around for a considerable amount of time. This is only one of the many possible explanations. One of the various possible reasons for this phenomena is that this is the case. To be more specific, it does not exhibit the same level of beauty that it did in the past because of this particular issue or factors. This particular outcome is a direct consequence of the fact that it has changed within this time period. The price of the 2026 Volvo S90 can range anywhere from $59.495 to $72.395, including the exact accessories that are chosen in addition to the trim level that is chosen. This price range is determined by the specific accessories that are chosen. As a result of the fact that the price of the Volvo S90 fluctuates, this price range is not out of the question. The chance of achieving financial success is made possible by this price range, which is characterized by the fact that there is a possibility that the price will change. The price range starts to increase at the beginning of the model year and continues to do so until it reaches its maximum capacity at the end of the year. This process continues continuously until the end of the year. Despite the fact that the price is currently $59.495 at the commencement of the transaction, it is quite probable that it will grow to a maximum of $72.395 by the time the transaction is finished. Despite the fact that the price is currently at its current level, this is the present situation. In comparison to the B6 model, The T8 plug-in hybrid model is the one that we would prefer to get because it provides a considerable amount of more power without creating a large increase in the original cost of the car. This is the reason why we would choose to buy this model. On account of the fact that this particular rationale is relevant, we have come to the conclusion that it is in our best interest to acquire this particular model. The fact that we are presently facing this particular problem has led us to the conclusion that it would be to our greatest benefit to persist with this particular method rather than following any other course of action. This conclusion was reached after we took into consideration the fact that we are currently presented with this particular predicament. It is not only more efficient in terms of the amount of gasoline that it consumes, but it also has a wider range that can be utilized when it is driven purely by electric energy. Additionally, it is capable of operating across a wider range of parameters. It is possible to make use of both of these qualities, which is something that is accessible to the possibility of being accomplished. On top of this, it offers a range that can be utilized in a broad variety of different scenarios, which is a considerable advantage in comparison to the other possibilities that are available. The turbocharged four-cylinder engine that is included in the V6 version of the S90 is not as smooth in terms of both sound and feel when compared to the 4- and 6-cylinder powertrains that are available in many of the S90's competitors. This is the case when the S90 is compared to other products in its class. When the two different kinds of powertrains are compared to one another, this is the situation that arises. Taking into consideration the other products that fall into the same category, the S90 emerges as the undisputed victor in this regard. In the process of comparing and contrasting the two separate types of powertrains, this is the condition that emerges as a consequence of the comparison. When all of the other things that are categorized as belonging to the same category are taken into consideration, the S90 emerges as the undisputed winner in this regard. It is the condition that emerges as a consequence of the comparison. That is the result of comparing and contrasting the two different types of powertrains, and it is the condition that is the outcome of the comparison. The S90 emerges as the undisputed winner according to this particular component of the competition when all of the other things that are recognized as belonging to the same category are taken into consideration that are included in the same category. Nevertheless, in spite of the fact that this is the circumstance, the B6 model is able to offer the customer an acceleration that is acceptable for their requirements and achieves the level of satisfaction that they desire. The T8 plug-in hybrid is able to pack a large level of punch into its overall driving performance as a consequence of the electric motors that it utilizes. This is because of the fact that it comes equipped with electric motors. Furthermore, in addition to being more fuel efficient and producing less noise than its gasoline-powered sister, the T8 plug-in hybrid is also capable of generating a significant level of power.